Once upon a time, there was a boy named Rahul living in a village. He was very disappointed with his life. The reason for his disappointment was that he had not accomplished anything in his life up to that point. While others were making progress, he was still sitting at home. He was often ridiculed, even by his friends. Whenever he went somewhere, people would ask him what he was doing. They would say, "He does nothing." Gradually, he reduced his visits to relatives and social interactions. He spent most of his time at home, crying alone, cursing God, and blaming his fate. At times, he wondered what the point of living was when he could not do anything and thought about ending his life. One day, while walking through his village, he saw a monk giving a sermon about suffering. Rahul sat at the back of the crowd and started listening. The monk said that sadness is like a teacher that shows us the truth of life and teaches us the right way to live. He explained that one can either learn from sadness or drown in it. Rahul listened attentively but disagreed with the monk's words. He stood up and said that sadness doesn't teach, it only causes pain. The pain of sadness seems endless, making death seem small in comparison. The monk asked him about his sorrows, and Rahul narrated all his troubles. The monk then smiled and told Rahul that when he felt truly sad in life, he should come back to him, and he would help. Rahul was doubtful, thinking that no one could understand his pain, not even the monk. But determined, Rahul decided to act and started working on his business. Slowly, he began to succeed and within a year, became a successful businessman. People admired him, and even his family started praising him. His circle of friends grew, and everyone around him advised him to aim even higher. However, Rahul wanted success quickly. In his greed, he borrowed large sums of money and started cutting corners, adulterating his products, and intimidating other merchants. Though he made more money, peace eluded him. He couldn't sleep at night and found no happiness despite all his wealth. One day, while driving, he saw the monk's ashram and decided to visit him. Rahul told the monk that despite all his success, he was deeply unhappy and sleepless. The monk asked him what he had learned so far. Rahul said that he had learned that only hard work matters, and no matter the difficulties, success would come if one persists. The monk listened and told him that what he felt now was not true sadness. After some time, Rahul's business began to fail. His wealth started disappearing, and soon, he was drowning in debt. His friends, who once enjoyed his company, now turned away and demanded repayment, even threatening him. Rahul lost everything, and his family blamed him for his failures. He felt completely abandoned. Broken and lost, Rahul thought about ending his life but remembered the monk's words. He returned to the monk, who once again asked Rahul about what he had learned. Rahul said he realized that people who come into our lives during our success will betray us during hard times, and only a few people truly stand by us. He also learned that greed leads to downfall, and honesty and patience are the keys to a meaningful life. The monk then dug up a jar of gold coins that Rahul had buried under a tree years ago. The monk handed it to Rahul, saying that true sadness had not yet entered his life. With renewed hope, Rahul started a small business again, working honestly. Soon, he became a successful businessman once more, living a joyful life. However, when his parents passed away, Rahul was deeply saddened. He took their bodies to be cremated and watched them burn, feeling empty and lost. Rahul went to the monk once more, asking about the meaning of life and death. The monk told him that death comes to everyone, young and old alike, and that it's part of life. Rahul was shaken but couldn't stop thinking about the purpose of life. He returned to the monk a few days later, saying he felt lost because he didn't know who he was or why he was here. The monk smiled and said, "For the first time, true sadness has come into your life. You have started asking the right questions." He explained that people spend their lives accumulating wealth, status, and relationships, but in the end, none of these things truly matter. The monk told Rahul to gather his energy and focus inward, to recognize himself before death comes. Rahul asked if it was possible to live in this world without desires or attachments. The monk said that while desires are natural, they must be controlled. If we allow ourselves to be scattered by our desires, we lose control of our lives, and this leads to sadness. However, if we gather ourselves and focus, everything we do will be under our control. Rahul thanked the monk for showing him the path to inner peace. From then on, he worked to control his desires and live with focus and purpose, understanding the deeper meaning of life. And that's the story. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.